At that point, it would already be removed from the mother, so it would already be dead.
So you value it because of its location.
I value it. No,
It's either the fact that you value it because of its location, or you value it because of, like, future sentience.
I don't understand why you're like twisting what I'm saying. I'm
I'm
valuing
I'm
it
not
because
trying to twist what you're saying. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. I don't
okay,
understand
I'll
your
say it
position.
one more time. I value it when it's in the mother sustaining life. And the reason I value it while it's in the mother is because it's a human life. If you take it outside of the
Is
mother,
it still human life? Like a petri dish and a zygote in a petri dish. Is that a human life?
it doesn't have the ability to sustain life, so I won't
No,
value
no,
it.
no, 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 no. Is it a human life?
Yes, but it would be like a brain dead
Okay,
patient.
okay,
So
okay,
I wouldn't.
okay. Okay, so then you don't place moral value on human life. What do you place moral value on?
I place value on like. I don't place value on a brain dead person because they don't have the potential for sentience any longer. They're
Okay, so
brain
so
dead.
you place value on potential for future sentience.
Sure.
Okay, why did it take me 20 minutes to get that out of you?
If I say what I actually value, you keep twisting my words, saying it doesn't make sense, which I think it does make
So
sense.
you don't actually value a future for potential sentience? So what do you actually value?
Oh my gosh, you're actually making me a little bit annoyed. If you
Okay,
take
it's not my fault that you can't explain your view.
if a zygote is in a petri dish, does that have the ability to sustain life? Yes or no?
In the petri dish, it does.
No, it doesn't. Can you give me one
Then why
example?
is the zygote not dead?
Okay, give me a scientific experiment where this has happened. Give
Wait.
me,
Yeah, no, every IVF center ever.
yeah, but what's gonna give it the ability to sustain life once it's implemented in the woman? Outside when it's in the petri dish, it's just a zygote on a petri dish. It's not
Is
the
that
same at all.
is that zygote alive?
No, it's not.
The zygote's dead?
Yes, it's
Oh,
just it's
wait. So I want to clarify that IVF literally brings humans back to life.
well, once they're implemented in the mother, that it has to start giving it nutrients. When it's just in the petri dish, you know that the eggs are frozen. So when these eggs are frozen, of course they're not just alive being frozen. How does that make any sense? Once it's implemented in the woman, it's like a shock factor. It like literally like starts bringing it
So
life.
I just want to clarify that IVF literally brings human from being dead to being alive. IVF takes a dead human and creates an alive human. Like, so IVF is like fucking Frankensteining these unicellular organisms.
I don't think you know what IVF is. So IVF is
IVF is the artificial, like implantation of a zygote into the uterine lining of a mother. What they'll
yes.
do a lot in these IVF centers is they'll take a sperm and an egg, they'll fertilize the egg, and then they'll freeze them and then wait for implantation. But you're saying while they're frozen, it's fucking dead. But then when it's implanted, it makes it gain life. So you believe in like zombies, pretty much. So are like all IVF babies fucking zombies because they were
Okay.
dead and then they were brought back to life?
So if do you think that when they're frozen, they're still growing and they're still
They're alive when they're frozen
yeah, so then why aren't they continuing to progress?
because they're kept in one state by being frozen.
Yes. But
That doesn't mean they're dead.
they're not literally dead in the sense that they're dead because
Bro, did it? Okay, sorry. You're killing me, Blue. I gotta
okay,
move
let's
on.
let's move topic.
I just gotta move on. If they're okay, dude. No. He was about to say that they're dead, but they're not actually dead. So they're
Yo,
alive. Oh, I can't do it. I'm sorry, Chat. I can't do it. That's gonna hurt my brain. I can't do it, Chat. I'm so sorry. What is up,
yo,
NZ0? Did you vote for Trump?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, he was like basically saying they're not like dead. They're just kind of dead, but not all the way dead. They're just kind of dead, but not completely dead. And now people in the chat are saying Dean ran. You guys are fucking idiots. I'm so sorry for being so direct. I'm so sorry for everybody that I'm like that I'm like sending that phrase to, but like you guys are not smart.
No, that guy was bro.
Oh my god, don't slow my life, please. I appreciate that. We're gonna move on to the next guest. Everyone just give us a minute. But like, dude, Dead but not dead. Only half dead. Are they like half dead, half alive? I wonder what the spread is there. 80% dead, 20% alive? I don't know. What's up, MK? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did. This is my first time voting too.
All right. Why did you vote for Trump?
I honestly considered Kamala. I really hated Trump in like high school and stuff. Really didn't like him. But like Kamala, she just never like said anything. Like she never gave like I never understood what she was doing compared to Trump, like the different policies and stuff. And
Okay.
like it just what Trump was doing just made more sense. And I just started kind of like following that more.
Okay. Well, I do feel like a lot of the time when people come up here and say, "Well, I just didn't really understand what Kamala Harris had to offer," I kind of like
Well, I
reduce
did
it.
try to do like a lot of research.
But I did
Like I
research
made
and
sure
I
I did lots
perfectly
of
understood.
research.
But I like did research and I like perfectly understood what she wanted to do for America, like the tax cuts for 100 million American citizens, the $25,000 subsidy for first-time homebuyers buying newly developed properties, reinstantiating federal protections for every woman and girl's right to choose, towing the line behind Ukraine, being pro-Israel, which was shitty, but also giving Gaza humanitarian aid, which is contradictory but better than Trump. Um, like immigration policy, she wanted to reinstitute, the Langford border bill that Trump shot down. Healthcare policy, she wanted to limit the amount that any American citizen could pay out of pocket to $2,000 per year, saving the government money by allowing Medicare to renegotiate prices with private pharmaceuticals. Like those are all things that I got from her campaign, from her
I
website,
mean,
from her
that's things
debates,
that
from
you
her
have to like
PRs.
dig. You had to dig deep for. Like she
Yeah.
wasn't when I listened to her speeches. Like she never really was clear. I couldn't understand her. Like it just didn't make any sense. And when Trump was talking, at least I like had the idea because I'm
Okay,
still new to this. So like some of the policies are confusing, but
well,
like
before we get
for him,
into
I
like
could understand him.
before we get into Kamala Harris not making sense, I want to ask you about Donald Trump making sense. Name one policy that he told you that made sense.
I mean, I don't know like the details of the policies, okay, but I know like the basics of what he's doing.
Okay, so name one of his
But like
policies that
what
he
he's
told you that
doing
made
now, what I
sense.
see like immigration and like the executive orders he's doing, I agree with that, and I'm
Oh,
glad
oh,
that I
oh!
voted for
I
him.
want to ask you a great question. What is one
I
immigration
mean, not
policy
all
that
of
he
his stuff
described
is like
before the
great
election
either.
that name one immigration policy that he described before the election that quote unquote made sense?
I'm not sure on like specific policy, but like just deporting like illegal immigrants in general.
Oh, the mass deportation makes sense? I don't think it does.
I mean, it just I mean, I would like people. I'm not against immigration. Like I think a lot of Republicans, we're not against immigration. We just want legal immigration. And I think that's what people need to focus on rather than like,
So
oh, we should just let people
here's the
in
deal. Here's the deal.
illegal,
I
legal.
just want to clarify. Like, this is exactly why Trump won. So you just told me that Kamala Harris's policies didn't make sense and Donald Trump's did, but you actually can't tell me
Well, I mean,
any.
I even
Just
tried
would you
listening
allow
to
me to finish real
you
quick?
before I voted.
Okay. You can't really like tell me any policy that Donald Trump advocated for, but you can explain to me as like little one-liners of shut down the border and get all of the aliens out of America. Quite frankly, and like that's enough. And I understand that that's a little bit easier to follow than Kamala Harris like breaking down tax cuts for a
It's
bunch
just
of
kind of
people as
harder
in
for like unless you're like super into politics, it's like really hard to get like deep down into that research. But
yeah.
like being able to understand the basics, I think is important.
Yeah, just like it's kind of, I don't know. I think it's really an intellectualist. Trump has regressed the state of America very much so to the point where the average American can't track Kamala Harris explaining a $25,000 subsidy for a first-time homebuyer buying a new house, but they can track Donald Trump saying, "Aliens, be gone, get them out of here. Everybody
Well, I
needs
do
to
think that could
go.
be something wrong with the
Border,
media too.
border, China, China, China. Aliens and women." And then that's like, oh, yay, let's go. Snaps,
Well,
claps,
I mean, if the
just.
media was biased, it would be harder to like research Kamala.
I don't, what are you saying now?
So I don't like Trump is more I like popular over media, so I guess it's easier to find what he says rather than Kamala because Kamala was not very she didn't seem that popular in media. So
Oh yeah,
maybe
it's probably
that's another
because the
reason why
deep
it was
state.
harder to find things that she said.
It's probably because the deep state suppressed what she wanted to do. I don't. I'm just kidding. I don't really know where to go from here in the conversation. What else do you want to talk about? But I feel like it's really
Um,
hard to have like a political
I do have
debate
one thing that I was
about. Just one moment. I
for
feel like
like
it's really hard to have a political debate about the candidate when you just don't know any of the policy of the candidate or any of the policy of the candidate that he was running against.
well, I mean, I'm your basic American. I'm not going to know like deep like stuff. Like I'm not going to know the information you know.
Yeah. What do you want to debate about? Give me a topic. Let's debate.
I'm not sure on like the whole Trump thing. I'm just confused on why people call MAGA like cultists and stuff, or like
Yeah.
we voted him. We are bad. We are terrible people, and that's like I don't get that. That's what I keep hearing in this debate is that we are bad people because we voted for him.
I think that a lot of Trump supporters are bad people because
Well, I grow up in a conservative area, and these people aren't bad. They're voting for good reasons. They're not cultists. They're
listen,
not.
here's my take. I think that a lot of Trump supporters are bad people. I do also think that a lot of Trump
Well,
supporters.
and
They're
they're
can I
not.
finish?
People are always
Can I just
saying they're
finish real quick?
conservative too.
Can I just please finish?
Yeah.
I think that a lot of Trump supporters are bad people. I do also think that a lot of Trump supporters are just misinformed or ignorant when it comes to politics. But there's definitely like a prevalence here. Like there's a pattern. Like if you're a bad person,
Well,
you
we're not
probably voted for
racist
Trump.
because Trump isn't racist, and we're not
Trump,
sexist because he's doing things for women. So,
okay.
like, how does that make sense? How are we sexist when he's doing good things for women?
Like what?
Like to keep trans out of like
Oh,
women's sports. That's a
so
big thing.
10 people in the NCAA. It's so huge, it applies to as many people as you have fingers on your hands. Do you want to know how many women
I
have
mean, it's
overturning
not
Roe?
that
One
important, but
moment.
it's
One
people are
moment.
still
Do
angry
you want
about
to
that.
know how many women and girls him overturning Roe v. Wade impacted?
How
Because I
many?
can tell you, 66 million American women and girls no longer have access to elective abortions because of Trump.
Well, I don't think it should be used like.
And 60 great victims per day are denied access to abortion because of Trump's decision. 60 great victims every single day, every 24 hours, like clockwork. It's
Well,
not
people
good
are
for
using
women.
abortion as birth control, and that shouldn't be right. It should be used for like if things like incest or rape. It should be used for things like that. It should not be used for birth control. I
Okay.
think that is morally wrong.
When you say birth control, okay, let me first gain an understanding of what you mean by birth control. When you say abortions are used as birth
Some
control,
people like get
can I
multiple
just- can I
abortions
just- can I
over and
just-
over again.
Yeah, why is that abortion morally wrong?
I did some research because I used to be more like pro-choice, like that was okay. But then just like seeing how abortion is done is just so like it looks traumatic, and it just
Looks traumatic.
and and honestly, I think even though it's not conscious or anything, I think it's still alive. Like straight from conception, it's still alive. And so it just kind of like just in my brain, it just feels like you are killing it. But I don't think they're murderers either.
Okay, you're just saying it's
I
wrong
don't
because
think
the
it's
fetus is dying?
necessary to constantly use it.
Are you saying it's wrong because the fetus is dying? Hello?
No,
Okay, so it's
it
not
wouldn't be wrong
because
if
the
it
fetus-
was dying.
So, no, I'm asking you if the reason you're against elective abortions
It should
is
be used
because
when
the
it's
fetus
necessary.
dies. Okay, what do you mean by necessary there?
Like
When it's
if
like the-
somebody was raped, or like if someone's, or if
Okay.
it's a medical thing, I think it should be used. But other than that, it shouldn't be used.
Okay, so the other 97% of abortions that you're describing here are called elective abortions. An elective abortion is when a man and a woman engage in intercourse, consent, woman knows that pregnancy may occur, she gets pregnant, and she's like, I don't want to have it. And then she gets an abortion. Why is that wrong?
It's wrong to kill.
It's morally
And
wrong
it-
to kill, is it? So it's just morally. Are you a vegan? I'm not like comparing like a cow to a fetus, but if your principle is just
No.
things dying is bad and they should be illegal. Okay, so then you don't think that abortion's wrong because it's quote unquote morally wrong to kill. You maybe think it's like morally wrong to kill humans? MK, is your position that you maybe think it's like morally wrong to kill humans?
I think when there's no necessary reason to do it, there shouldn't be any. If there's no necessary reason to do it, you shouldn't kill.
Okay, do you think that
I
like
mean, for like
IVF
not
wait,
vegan, like for
Do you think
food.
that do you think that
Yeah, it's
IVF
okay.
should be banned? Because like there's like millions of zygotes, which are human lives that die each year just as a unfortunate consequence of IVF practices.
I'm just learning about that, so I'm not quite sure. But honestly,
No?
right now, I'd say yeah, I wouldn't be totally for it.
Oh, great. Yeah. No more families for infertile women or women that are with infertile men. Great to know that Republicans really support the family unit. Super great. What about doctors pulling the plug on brain dead patients? You know,
I'm
they're
also not
alive.
Republican. I'm independent.
You know that brain dead patients, they have human life. Should it be illegal for a doctor to pull the plug on a brain dead patient?
Well, if they have no potential to live, yes. But the difference is
You-
because the baby has a
You're
potential
really
to live.
lagging, MK. Are you saying like what do you okay, another thing that I don't understand. What is
I if you
potential to
want.
what does potential to live mean? Like the fetus is alive. The brain dead patient is alive. Both of these things are expressing biological life. When you tell me potential to live, I don't
But
know
is
what
the
that
brain dead
means.
person going to have a future?
Are they a future of
Does a
like
brain dead person have a potential to have a
when you say
future?
like future, do you mean like a future like ours, a
Live, to
conscious
live normal.
experience?
Yes.
No, the brain dead patient doesn't have that.
That's the difference because the fetus does have potential.
Okay. Sorry, MK. You're lagging really bad, so I'm going to move on to the next guest. Everyone, just give us a minute. We got dogs in New York loading up into the live, bro. What's going on today? I feel like I actually really haven't had that much fun with a guest today. Is it just me? Like, I just feel like I haven't had good debates. Annie, thank you for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat. NY Times broke the Must China story. Seems like I really need to read up on it. I'm going to do about like 2 hours of research here before I hop on MSNBC later tonight. And then, yo, Natalie! With a $50 over on Venmo. Holy crap, Natalie. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you, Natalie. I want to see 500 Natalie W's down below in the comment section. That is absurd. Thank you so much for the love, Natalie. Natalie said, mic drop, that rant made my whole day so sick of the cult mentality, ignoring reality facts, etc. That was in reference to when that straight up cult member came on the live earlier and I just, had them cut their shit out. Yeah, bro, it pisses me off too. Sabrina, thank you for the $10 on PayPal, and Anne with a $5 over on PayPal, and Elijah with a $15 on PayPal, and then Emmett with a 15 as well. Everybody show some love to Emmett, to Elijah, to Claire, to Anne, to Sabrina, and to, of course, Natalie. If you're watching the stream and you want to support the stream, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio. Y'all already know. It's easier to find them on YouTube since they're in the pin message. What's up, new guest? DJ, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, dude. What the heck's wrong with that?
Are you trolling, bro?
No, I'm not, bro.
Was that the other guest that made that sound, or was it you?
That had to have been someone else, bro.
All right, dude's trolling. We're going to move on to the next guest. Everyone, just give us a minute. Guys, if you're watching in your MAGA, let me know down below in that chat. Everyone, just give us a minute. Here we go, y'all. It's really hard for us to find Trump supporters that are willing to come up here and debate me. You guys are all terrified. Seriously, nobody's willing. Like, I don't know why everyone is just so scared, dude. How about y'all stop being so scared and, come up here and debate. Moving on. Next guest is loading in. Probably only have a couple more minutes on left, by the way. Another discussion or two. So just give us a minute here, y'all. All right, next guest is loading in. Hello, hello, hello. She's Lord Princess. Did you vote for Trump? Okay, they just went on mute and they left. That is so great, man. Marty's backup 1, 2, 3. Mr. Peter, hello.
Dean, it's the world's smartest MAGA, buddy.
I have no clue who you are.
Bro, remember you were giving me shit because I didn't read the court case about Carroll versus Donald Trump. So I said I was going to come back later and read the court case, and I was going to talk to you about it again. And I was like the smartest guy you've had up, and you even admitted that, and I got answered all your gotchas.
Well, I doubt that I'd admit that you're the smartest person that's ever
No,
been
you
on my
said you
stream.
said I was the smartest MAGA that's been on your live.
I know I didn't say that.
Oh,
Especially if you're
Dean?
denying the outcome of the E. Jean Carroll case.
No, I read the court case and I still stand by it.
Okay, why?
Because you were like, Peter, did you read the court case? I said no. So I said I'm going to come back. This was maybe a couple weeks ago, and I said I'm going to read the court case and I'm going to talk to you about it again. So I read the court case now, and I still believe that there is no sufficient evidence to convict Donald Trump of raping E. Jean Carroll.
Okay. I have a question. Is OJ guilty?
Yeah, I think OJ is guilty.
Okay. Well, I mean, the only court that found him guilty was a civil one. Now,
I mean, come on.
actually, I want to ask you a couple questions. As somebody that denies the outcome of the court, why did Trump deny his DNA?
Because I think he's trying to not make a big deal out of something that is not true. He's not convicted of it, and
Yeah, but
I
the
think
best way
that
to go about that would for him to have been to submit his DNA, show that Eugene Carroll's claim that his DNA was on this dress that she was raped in was false. He would have been let go by the jury, and it would have all gone away, and then there wouldn't be people like Dean and Parker talking about it.
I think there would be some fraudulent things going on behind the scenes, just like there was with the 2020 election.
Do you think 20? Okay, you're definitely not the smartest MAGA ever. Do you think that?
Definitely am.
Do you think that Biden stole 2020?
No, I don't think that Biden stole 2020. I think that there was fraudulent. Like I think the election itself was um, uh, true, but I think that there was stuff behind the scenes that would have changed the outcome,
Like
such as the
what?
spyware on Hunter Biden's laptop.
Hunter Biden's laptop story. Okay, yeah, I'll
Wait, let me
call
just say one
that.
thing before you talk. Do you
Okay.
know there was a study shown that one out of every four voters would have changed their vote with this given information, which would have changed the outcome of the election after the CIA silenced? Uh, I just want to know this: why is the federal government
Whoa,
silencing?
let's talk about the study. Can you show me the study?
Yes, yes, yes. Why is the federal government silencing freedom of speech during a presidential election?
I'll
Answer that
answer your
question for me.
question after you give me the study because I've heard about the study from everybody and I've never seen it. I feel like there's probably like an actual study that exists that was on like fucking 8 people from Alabama LARPing to be Kamala Harris supporters. Just tell me. Give me the study. I
Go on,
say we
say it.
sit down. I say we sit down and we read through the methodology of the study together because I just want to see what their grounds were. Who are they talking to? Where do they come from? How do they ensure that they voted for Biden? I want to look at the study. What's the name of the
All right,
study?
I'm
Where'd
getting
it
my
come from?
laptop. I'm getting my laptop.
You just don't know. You don't know. You don't know its name.
No, I don't know the name of the study.
Who's a publicist? Who's it published by?
I don't know.
Well, what the fuck? So you're telling me you've never read the study?
I have read the study.
Well, then you definitely know the publisher.
No, well, I don't remember the publisher, Dean.
Why not? That's like the most obvious thing ever.
Because I'm a 18-year-old senior in high school. I don't have time to memorize this stuff, bro.
Bro, you don't even need to memorize it. It's just like you've like been on the fucking website before. Like for instance, I fucking know that AP broke the news about Donald Trump being held civilly liable for the violent sexual abuse of E. Jean Carroll, and I like 6 months ago, I got the verdict form from the court to be able to use as a background when I come on live, and I know that I got that picture from a link on AP's website just by like memory. I feel like if you were to sit down and read this
This
study
is
that
your
demonstrated
job.
that 1 out of 4, dude, I'm saying that you engaged in a very similar action of sitting down and apparently reading the study that showed that 1 out of 4 Dems wouldn't have voted for Biden if they knew about Hunter Biden's laptop. You don't even know the publisher? I mean, do you know it now? Seemingly you've done some research.
Congress.gov says okay, I think it was 8 in 10 think that Biden's laptop cover up changed election. Congress.gov.
Okay, what's the title?
It's called Shock Poll. 8 in 10 think Biden laptop cover up changed election.
Okay,
Paul Sperry.
so that's not the same claim as saying that 1 out of 4 Democrats wouldn't have voted for Trump if they knew about it. That's just saying like 8 out of 10 people, most likely on a Republican bias, would think that less people would have voted for Biden given they knew
Dude,
about
there's
Hunter
so
Biden.
many articles. Like, do you want me I could probably find it, bro. There's fact
Yeah,
check. Does
just
polling show the
just
Hunter
search.
Biden laptop? Lawmakers cite fishy polls suggest laptop tail would have changed by the Washington Post.
Oh, so fact check
There's
is
swing
saying that the
vote.
polls are fishy and are bullshit. Nice. So
There's
here's my
so
thing. Can I
many
give you my thoughts?
articles. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, like, seemingly you just read off an article that contradicted what you said.
Give me your thoughts.
Okay, I'll give you my thoughts. So first and foremost, I don't care about Hunter Biden's laptop. You want to know why?
Why is that?
Because you don't care that Donald Trump paid Stormy Daniel hush money to shut the fuck up about the fact that he had cheated on his pregnant wife with her. You
No,
don't care,
I
and
disagree
you've
with
never
that.
cared.
Dude, How do you know? Do you disagree with everything in your political party? Or do you, I'm sorry, do you agree with everything in your political
I
party?
don't agree with everything in my political party, but here's the thing. If I was to come to a Trump supporter and say, look at this bad thing that Trump did, but it was to be identically true of somebody on the side of my aisle, then I'd look like a big fat idiot for trying to make that critique of Trump if it was also true of Biden or Harris. And that's the thing. As soon as we start talking about the Hunter Biden laptop story, I don't care. And I will never care about Hunter Biden's laptop story until
That's
you
the
can
problem.
admit that Donald Trump obfuscated and tried to like shove this information away, that he paid off a porn star after he cheated on his wife with her to make sure that stayed out of the election cycle in 2016. Alongside the fact that I won't care about the Hunter Biden laptop story until you could admit that Donald Trump literally tried to coup and rig the outcome of the 2020 election. And
Bro,
tried
are you
to-
serious?
Yes. He sent fake slates of electorates to 7 different key swing states with votes for them to send back to Congress saying that Trump won when in all reality Biden had won the states to install himself for a second term. And then he tried to justify this coup on our democracy by telling the DOJ to falsely announce widespread voter fraud. So this was merely him correcting the virtuous results of the election. And then he argued and admitted this all in court. I won't care about the Hunter Biden laptop
Right, when is it my
story
turn?
until you care about 2020 or until you care about 2016 when he paid off a P star after he cheated on his wife with her, so that didn't make it into the news cycle before the election.
Bro, what Trump did was morally wrong. What happened with the spyware? That is illegal. That is a violation of a constitutional right, Dean.
Oh, so I'm guessing somebody's been prosecuted on this.
I don't agree. No, I don't agree with what Donald Trump did, bro.
I don't even know what the spyware is that you're talking about. What?
The Russian spyware on Hunter Biden's laptop? What are you talking about?
Bro, what?
Bro. Are you serious?
What Russian spyware? Tell me about it.
This is what we were just talking about.
I thought that you were just saying about like keeping it out of the news cycle.
It is like that's what I'm talking about. Keeping it out of the news cycle.
Keeping what? Just the laptop as a whole?
Yes, I literally showed you an article.
Okay,
You didn't even pull up from
what is Russian spyware?
Congress.gov.
Where does Russian spyware come into this?
It was on Hunter Biden's laptop.
Okay, and that's what they tried to keep out of the news cycle?
No, yeah, that was part of it.
Okay, what is Russian spyware? Were they like spying on Hunter?
Oh my God, Dean.
Like if the Russian spyware is on Hunter Biden's laptop, seemingly Russia is spying on Hunter.
I don't, dude. Do you have any like intuition?
Yeah, I just kind of described it.
There was spyware on Hunter Biden's laptop
Yeah.
that was incriminating. That would have, and that my argument is that you can admit that the government tried to silence it.
Let's start here. What is spyware?
What is, you don't know do you actually not know what spyware is?
I know what spyware is. I'm not sure you do. Define spyware.
It's like spyware is information on a laptop that you get information from so like in this example, I think it would have been, the US government. You steal information essentially.
So first of all, Hunter Biden wasn't a part of the American government, so that's a stretch. More likely just information about him and his personal relations with his families. Second of all, spyware is something where a hacker or a
His
group of
personal
hackers
relationship with his family, like
got
how
into
Joe Biden took showers with his daughter. Yeah.
Okay, Peter, do you want to pivot to that?
No.
Why are you so fucking spineless? Now you say that Biden was taking showers with his daughter, and now I have to completely switch the subject and start talking
No,
about
don't
that
pivot,
because you're
don't
about to get
pivot.
cooked.
Don't
Well,
pivot.
then don't make false claims.
Okay, there's as much evidence as that as there is with Donald Trump and E. Jean Carroll.
You fucking idiot. No, there's not. I'll go
You
ahead and tell
fucking
you
idiot.
all the evidence that exists for Biden showering with his daughter. So, A, this is coming from Ashley Biden's diary that was stolen, sold to Project Veritas, who is known for taking documents on political opponents, manipulating them, and then releasing them into the mainstream media. And then after this was released into the mainstream media, Ashley Biden came out under deposition and sent a letter to the court saying that there's been false allegations lobbed at her as well as the people that she cares about, and there was no further verification insofar as if those contents were real or not.
What do you have against Donald Trump? Male
Boom.
DNA, unidentified male
Boom.
DNA.
God damn it! A unanimous ruling from a civil court, a jury of fucking 9. Now that we got the pivot out of the way, and I could just slay that shit, we're gonna go back to what you're saying about spyware.
Bro,
So
don't
you
ever
said that
say
there was
slay again.
spyware.
Don't ever say slay again, bro. That
Jesus.
was cringe as fuck.
You know what's
Please.
cringe as fuck? You being shirtless with like no fucking shoulders and like a shit chest. Come on, bud. If you're gonna have a
Shit
picture
chest.
if you're gonna have a
Shit
picture with you without
chest.
your shirt on as a profile picture, at least be
I
in
got
the
a
gym for
question.
at least 8 months.
Remember last time, buddy? Did you even? It doesn't look.
Yeah, sure. If you want to get down and dirty and you want to insult me, I'm gonna insult you too, Peter.
Why are you muting me?
Because I'm fucking talking and you're interrupting me. So I'm gonna now
I'm
go
not
back.
interrupting you.
You are interrupting me. In fact, it was just an interruption. Thank you. Are we
All right,
ready?
am I speaking now?
No,
Or are you
I'm
speaking?
speaking.
Okay, go. Try to keep it short. You talk for like 10 minutes.
Do I need to draw it on polka dot paper with crayon for you?
Dude, you got me there, man. Speak, bro.
Thank you. Going back to what I was saying. So you said that there's just as much evidence that Judge showered with his daughter as Donald Trump has raped Agent Carroll. You fucked yourself up. You fucked yourself. You want to know why?
Why?
Because you said that Joe Biden had showered with his daughter as if it was a fact. And then you went on to say that there was just as much evidence to justify that as there is evidence to justify that Donald Trump is a rapist. So because you believe
It's called
that Joe
sarcasm.
because you believe Joe Biden showered with his daughter with vindication and confidence, and you believe there's just as much evidence that Donald Trump had raped Eugene Carroll, that means that you believe that Donald Trump had raped Eugene Carroll.
Dude, your mind games are good, all right, but it's not gonna work on me. Like I'm the smartest man. I don't know what you want me to say, dude. I'm
Are
telling
you
you,
fucking trolling?
no, I'm not. You said it yourself.
Give me your evidence.
Evidence on what? You saying that I'm the smartest MAGA?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. How do you? I don't know how to go back on TikTok live odds. Only
Well,
you have
so you don't
access
have
to
any
that.
evidence, so it's okay for you to believe in things without evidence. Really?
Dude, you literally said that.
Yeah.
Your
After you
boy
get
was on
done
the stream
fucking
too.
grilling a unanimous ruling from a jury of 9 in a civil.
I read the case.
Apparently, a court ruling isn't enough to justify that Trump's a rapist.
A
But
civil
Peter's
court
word of
ruling, sure.
mouth is enough evidence to justify that I called you the smartest MAGA. Come on.
A civil court. Well, I think it's one of them was a way more serious accusation than the other. I don't know why you're putting it on the same scale. Second of all, it's a civil court case,
It is a civil court case.
which is not. And Donald Trump is literally like the
Okay.
most hated man in
Actually, so
America.
you said that you had read through all the court documents, you'd looked at the evidence. Let's go and break it down this way. My position on the court case is that there was sufficient evidence to demonstrate that Donald Trump was guilty, not only to the standard of a preponderance of evidence as set forth by a civil court, but this could have also been proved in a criminal court. I believe that the evidence submitted proved that Donald Trump had raped Eugene Carroll beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt, and I'll simply ask you, Peter, to name a reasonable doubt to the evidence if you contest my claim.
Reasonable doubt to the evidence is that it's just unidentified male DNA. And let me tell you this: you come into these debates with a very closed mind. Like you don't come in here like open to like hearing other people's thoughts.
Okay, you said
All right,
one
buddy,
thing so far that's
you're not.
relevant.
Hold on, you're not slick, buddy. I see the schmeal. You're not slick.
You said one.
You're
You said one thing that so far that's relevant.
ripping the
Is
schmeal.
that you don't believe that it's an anxiety pin, you freak.
What flavor are you? What flavor are you ripping, bro?
Lavender and caramel.
You're lying.
It's a fucking anxiety pin.
Anxiety pen. Yeah, dude, I got one too.
Are you laughing because you're uncomfortable?
Dude, I have an anxiety pen too, bro. No shame. Are you more of a geek or crave?
We're gonna go back to what I said. So I asked you to
Okay.
name the reasonable doubt to the evidence submitted to the court case, and you said what? That it was just unknown DNA on the dress. So here's the issue with you. I want you to look at the evidence as a conglomerate, because of course you could like take apart different pieces of evidence and name like a reasonable doubt to each piece. I believe the reason that Donald Trump is guilty isn't because each individual piece is sufficient in proving his guilt, but it's more so the preponderance of all the evidence. And this is going to be true of like criminal courts as well. Like for instance, like testimony is permissible in criminal courts as evidence, but you could like look at testimony on its own and be like, oh, well, there's a reasonable doubt to the evidence of this one piece of evidence. But it's more so about looking at the preponderance. And I believe when we look at the full picture of the civil court proceedings where E. Jean Carroll had successfully held Donald Trump liable for raping her, we don't just see unidentified male sperm on her dress that she claimed was Trump's, with Trump then being provided the opportunity to submit his DNA to the court to prove that false, in which he denied, but we also see inconsistencies in Trump's stories, such as the picture of her and Trump after he had said that he never met her, or such as him saying that he would have never have raped E. Jean Carroll because he didn't think that she was attractive, then confusing a picture of E. Jean Carroll with a picture of his ex-wife, when obviously he'd only marry somebody if he thought that they were attractive. But then as well, the court documents insofar suggesting that there was therapist notes from the 90s where she had indicated that she was raped by Donald Trump and how those aligned with her own testimony and the testimony of 7 others. I believe that a very clear picture is painted with the inconsistencies within Trump's story, no inconsistencies within E. Jean Carroll's story, and the preponderance of evidence, and the fact that he refused to submit his DNA to the court to be tested against the DNA on the dress. I think that we come to the same conclusion that
I get your argument.
that being that Donald Trump is guilty. And I have one last argument. I want to ask you a question. If you
I don't get to say my argument back before you ask me a question?
It's just a quick question. If you were sober and you were driving and you were pulled over by a cop suspected of drunk driving, and they were like, take this breathalyzer, would you do it?
Yes, because it's the law.
Well, it's actually not required to take a breathalyzer. You could go, you
required
could
to take a
go to the
breathalyzer?
hospital and get a blood test.
Seriously?
Yeah, no, it's not required. You could deny it.
Uh,
And then even at the hospital, you could deny the blood test too.
I would still do it.
Yeah, exactly, because you're sober, right? You just want to prove your innocence and get on with your day, right? So
Yeah,
now,
but
here's a
here's the
follow-up
thing.
question. No. Here's a follow-up question.
No, but
If
dude,
you-
why
no,
do
no,
you
no,
never
no,
give
no.
your guest the floor, bro?
Because I'm almost fucking done. If you were driving and you weren't sober, you were drunk, and you got pulled over suspected of drunk driving, and the offered you a breathalyzer, would you take it?
Yeah.
Okay, you're lying. Who in their right
Would
mind
you?
would do that? No.
No, I wouldn't take it.
Exactly. So
Yeah, but
when you deny,
bro, oh
so
my God.
the analogy here is that Donald Trump was provided with an opportunity to prove his innocence, okay? Because E. Jean Carroll made a claim that his DNA was on this dress that she was raped in, and he didn't take it. What does that tell us?
But Donald Trump, everyone is out to get Donald Trump, bro. And I think that it would be fraudulent. I think there would be fraudulent things going on behind the scenes. I think you know that too.
Okay, so now your argument is the conspiracy theory that they probably were engaging in
No,
fraudulent
just
illegal
just like
behaviors
your
and they
argument,
somehow
bro.
got his DNA on the dress.
Bro, you never let
Really?
me talk.
Okay, so here's the issue. You don't
Oh
have
my
any evidence
God.
for the theory. So you think that you're
I didn't even finish.
You said all that you needed to. You said that there's fraudulent
I just let
activity
you
behind the
talk
scenes.
for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, sure. What do
Can
you
I
wanna
at least
say?
finish, bro?
What do you want to say?
Bro, I was saying, just like your argument that you just could have literally summed up in like 30 seconds, but you took 10 minutes. Basically, what you were saying
Jesus
is
Christ,
you
I'm so
are
sorry
forming.
for being. Do I need to be more mono?
Holy shit, Dean.
What's the one word? Milkshake?
Lay off the schmeal and like listen to what I'm saying.
What the fuck is the schmeal?
Uh, basically, what your argument was, right, is that you are forming your educated opinion based off a handful of evidence pointing that Donald Trump is guilty, correct?
Repeat that. I'm still thinking about the fucking schmeal.
The schmeal, yeah, because you want it, you need it, I know.
What the fuck is the schmeal?
It's your anxiety pen.
God damn it! What's the problem with my anxiety pin?
Dude,
Oh God!
no
Anxiety
shame.
pin this.
No shame,
Anxiety
no
pin
shame.
that. Is this
No
just like
shame.
is this like the ultimate pivot for you? Oh, Dean disproved
Dude,
me.
it's
I gotta
no
talk
shame.
about his anxiety. You want to rip, bro?
Dude, I don't want to rip, bro. I don't want to rip with you.
God, yeah, because I was gonna say fuck that. No,
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
get a rip
are.
of my anxiety pin, you weirdo.
I don't want to. Why would I want to rip with you, bro? I don't want to rip
What-
your anxiety pin.
What do you? Wow. Whoa. Okay.
All right.
Go ahead, Peter.
So, am I correct with your argument though? That's where your stance is.
I didn't even hear your argument
Okay.
because you're
Essentially, I was saying that
you're like
you
going between
formed.
making an argument and fucking saying that I'm on the schmeal and all this bullshit.
Bro, can you not like multitask? Like, can you not like switch from two things that quickly? And
No, I can't.
It's a small pivot,
No,
and I
'cause I'm
pivoted right
locked
back.
the fuck in.
Bro, I'm locked in, bro. I'm cooking you. All right, so your argument is you are forming an educated opinion based off of a handful of evidence pointing to Donald Trump's being guilty.
Yeah, we typically forms our opinions off of evidence.
Exactly. You're for not. Let me rephrase that. Not evidence. Speculation.
Speculation.
It's male DNA. How many
Speculation.
males are in the world? How many males?
Speculation is a belief
How
in the
many
lack
males are
of
in the world?
evidence. How many males
It's
are in the
male
world?
DNA.
So many.
So many. Donald Trump's one male. It's
So
male
many.
DNA.
So
Here's the thing.
the only reason that the unknown male DNA in her dress is valuable is because he was provided an opportunity to have his DNA tested against the DNA in the dress, in which he declined. It on its own is not valuable, and the judge agreed. That is why the judge made her dress with the unknown male DNA on it after he failed and refused to provide his to the court as inadmissible evidence.
Okay, so back to your question. Is if I was drunk, would I do the breathalyzer? No, obviously, but it's different because Donald Trump is on a way more uh, uh, famous level than you or I, correct?
So if you were famous and you got
No,
pulled
no, no,
over
no,
for
no.
drunk
That's
driving,
not.
would you
That's
do
not.
it?
Not famous. That's too broad for lack of a better term. Famous. He's on a more political. He's a political figure, right? And
Wait,
there's a lot of people that don't like him.
I'm a fucking political figure. There's
Dude,
a lot of
you're
people that
not a
don't like
political
me.
figure, bro.
I'm not?
I
Go tell
don't.
New
I
York
don't
Times
know,
that.
dog.
Go tell New York Times that.
That's pretty cool. Good for you. That's pretty cool.
Go
Actually.
tell MSNBC that. I have an appearance on their station in
Are you as big of a
1
political
hour
figure?
and
Okay,
20
yeah.
minutes.
You're a TikTok political figure, but are you as big as a political figure as Donald Trump?
Oh, I'm bigger. Let's be real.
Dean,
I'm fucking joking.
I know you're joking because I actually have intuition. I don't take everything seriously because
Okay.
I like
So
like to
he's
shoot.
a big
I
political
like
figure.
I like to shoot the shit sometimes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
He's a big political figure, therefore what?
Like I think you can agree that he's probably one of the most hated men in America.
Yeah, because he's an incredibly bad man.
Oh my God, he was here last time when you called me the smartest MAGA. He can
Parker,
confirm.
did I ever call this guy the smartest MAGA I've ever
Chance,
spoken
think of the
to?
$5. No, I called him the
He's
smartest MAGA ever.
Yeah, one of you guys did.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
so-
joke.
This guy?
No, it wasn't a joke. I
was
answered
definitely a
all
joke.
your gotchas. You cannot get me on anything geographical, literally
Dean,
anything.
Dean, it was. I promise.
No, it
He was a
wasn't.
joke.
You're saying that now.
So, Dean, I just got banned.
Well, I was
Bro, I
Wild
literally was
expenses on
cooking
that.
Dean. You just interrupted me, bro.
Bro, dude, let's be real. You're an 18-year-old college student. The only thing that you can cook
It's
is
cool, sir.
like
Actually, I have
is,
to see
is,
your
is
Instagram.
fucking instant ramen. Let's be real.
Dean, have you seen yourself fucking
Hey,
cook,
hey,
bro?
bro, that's like low-key applicable to me too, dude. I'm just kidding. I can do more than
Dean,
that. I was just
Dean, I will cook you in literally
James,
anything,
think of the $5.
including
Thank you.
political debates.
Okay,
Peter,
why don't
Peter.
Okay, if you're like just if you're like a significantly better debater than I am, why don't you go start your own lives? You'd probably see a lot of success.
I don't have time for that, bro. I'm trying
Wait,
to go to
Peter,
college. What?
Peter, are we paid by the DNC?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know? Do you think we have a real job?
Um. I think yeah. Sure.
Okay. All right. I'm just seeing.
I don't. I don't think you're. I don't think you're truthful with your.
Oscar, thank you for the $11 and 11 cents
It's
on
a
Venmo
real
to talk
job,
over the
I guess. I
gas,
don't
and
know.
Gabby with the
We're-
$5 and Donna with the 15. Thank you so much, Donna.
We're not truthful with what?
I don't. Sometimes I think you're dishonest, but I think I don't
How
know.
am I
I guess you have a
dishonest?
real job. I don't know. I just think sometimes. I think you guys are closed-minded and you guys don't come in to like hear out the other side. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Okay. So, you just say that we're dishonest. You disagree with us, essentially, is what you're saying?
Chance, thank you for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat.
Yeah,
so
I
you
mean,
can cook
I think-
brain cells.
I think you guys don't really. I think you guys come into. I think the point of a debate is to hear each other's side out. And I think you guys are closed-minded. Like you'll never
Yeah,
change
thank
your
you for $5
beliefs.
to PayPal.
You'll never change your. Let's be honest. You're never going to change your beliefs.
Peter, I used to be a Trump supporter. I grew up in a Christian conservative household.
Yeah.
I've changed my beliefs plenty of times. When I first started TikToks, I was literally a communist.
Yeah, Parker, didn't
Yeah, but this
Like,
this makes
what-
you
Parker,
bread, bro.
was I or was I not like a libertarian?
Yeah, like
12
both of
months
us,
ago?
both of us have changed our minds. He literally was a libertarian, and me with other people have led to him being convinced of different types of views. If you give him
Yeah.
a good argument, he will literally say that that's a good argument. One of his first things that he literally changed on TikTok
I've given him
was
so many good
literally he was like you were debating with pro-choicers, right? And you were debating them. You heard a really good pro-choice argument. You looked for the best way to be able to dispute it. You couldn't, and then you became a pro-choicer.
Yeah,
Like, that's exactly how open-minded we are. You're just saying because we haven't changed our mind right in front of you on a debate live because you have lesser knowledge than we do on this particular topic. Well, then it is the case that we're somehow like not like genuine or open-minded. That doesn't
No,
make
that's
any
not
sense.
why. I'm just saying because now
I
you're
think
making, bro,
what you're
Dean.
trying to
Why
say.
do you never let me talk?
Yeah, to piss you off, obviously. Um, just to kind of like add on more to what Parker was saying. I don't know, like when you say closed-minded, you just mean educated. Shout out Tessa in the chat and Nicole for the $5 on PayPal.
No, because
And the
this
reason
makes
I
you
say
bread.
that is because I can make so much more bread being just a brain dead grifter on the right. It'd be the easiest thing ever. But going back to what I was saying, I substantiate every single one of my beliefs with a lot of fact, a lot of reason, a lot of logic, and a lot of truth. So in order for one of my beliefs now to be overcame, it would be really fucking hard and really rare to happen because there just have to be more fact, more reason, more truth that I'm just unaware of. Okay? So it's very hard for me to change my mind now, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible. Like at
Yeah,
like one point you are going to reach like objectivity. Like what you will believe at one point with enough reason, fact, and truth will be in alignment with reality, and any other competing beliefs are just outside of alignment with reality.
yeah, but you guys, when you were a Trump supporter, both of you, and this is an assumption. I'm pretty sure you didn't make any money being a Trump supporter, right?
No money being a
Exactly.
Trump
And that,
supporter.
and you didn't do
Made it at
TikTok lives, right?
$5.
Yeah, when I was
No,
a
because I was a
communist, I didn't
kid.
make any money being a communist. When I was a social democrat, originally, I didn't make money being a social democrat. I have only made money now that I've grown a platform. It has nothing to do with the views that I had, right?
Yeah. You know,
I didn't like change my views for money. Like that's ridiculous.
Oh boy, Dean's got a point coming in.
Well, I mean,
Here we
just
go.
like when I started doing my live streams, I was making all right money as a creative director of a couple e-commerce companies. Full stack development was kind of my shit. I was after 2 international awards for web dev. I mean, if this was about money, I probably would have never started it in the first place. Just because, you know, for like, I don't know, like the first 6 months, I didn't make a dime. How do you explain that, bud?
Nice, dude. Like what? Cool.
I mean, it just refutes that like I do this for money or I wouldn't have started
No,
because when I
I,
started, when I
I'm not
started,
saying
I
you
didn't
do
make
this
any
for
money.
money. I'm saying that I think you believe in what you're saying, but I'm saying if one day you don't, I think you would be dishonest and just to keep making money. Do you understand that?
You're saying that I just hold on to the same beliefs.
I
No.
don't think I think that you believe what you're saying, but I'm saying if there comes a time where it's disputed, like I think that you would still defend the Democratic Party.
I already don't do that. Like for instance, with the presence of debate and contention on Israel and Palestine, I've completely disavowed the Democrat Party and said fuck Israel, let's support Palestine. Same thing with immigration. Like I mean there's viewers in here right now that are probably like more prevalent in the viewership like every day, like you know, like the more frequent viewers that have seen my beliefs on immigration grow beyond the Democrat Party. If you watch me talk about immigration on like the 1v20 Jubilee video, I'm just a total fucking suck up, lived out for the Democrats. Okay? Like that's something that even like Hassan pointed out in his reaction to my Jubilee episode. A lot of people pointed out that I was just very aligned with the DNC on my takes on immigration on the Jubilee video like 5 months ago. But like now, 5 months later, my views on immigration transcend the Democrat Party. And anytime I talk about immigration, I usually end up finding a way to shit on the Democrat Party's views on immigration.
Yeah, but your whole brand is just going against Trump. Every point that I've given you, at least in today's debate, you just countered it with something about Donald Trump.
Maybe because there are a lot of things to be against Donald Trump on. That's maybe that's the reason.
There's really not, though. Dean, we literally had a conversation. Remember?
Wait, what did we say
About our.
that was where it was not legitimate to call out Donald Trump for it?
And after this, I'm gonna hang up on you and get off. Just saying.
All right, bro. You're scared.
No, I have to fucking go research for my appearance on MSNBC. Shut up.
I will not be watching.
Okay, I don't fucking care. Go do something more productive with your time. Get a life.
Whoa, it's my sister's birthday.
Brady, thank you so much for the 200 NOK. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate some W's for Brady in the comment section. Don't worry, I really appreciate
What was your
it.
question, Parker? You asked something about evidence about Donald Trump or whatever?
I'm pretty sure I asked you like what about Donald Trump? I don't even remember anymore. What about
Okay, so
Donald
the whole
Trump
reason I
that
joined
you
this live
thought
for the second
was
time is
that we
because the
called
last
out
time I
that
was
oh it was what about Donald Trump that we called out that was wrong to
okay.
call out?
Yeah. So I'm on this live for a second time because last time we ended like before I left, I said I'm going to read the court case about Donald Trump versus Carroll. I'm going to join back. Remember that, Dean?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick you because I actually do gotta get off. Parker, do you have any to go live from? I just got a text. It's like 55 minutes until I gotta hop on, so it's like pretty important that I go do that.
Yep, go study.
Yeah. Do you have a live that I could send everybody over to?
Everyone, Parker, get a job on TikTok and YouTube. I would
Nice.
recommend everyone who's on the YouTube live go over to my YouTube stream. We're just gonna carry over the same types of debates. I love y'all so much. I'm pretty sure I can't watch the reaction live.
Do you know why?
Because it's like TV. It's like all advertisement stuff like that. You can't do it live. You can do it replay after.
Is that like according to the TikTok TOS?
That's what I've heard. It's not TikTok TOS. It's YouTube and stuff.
Oh, on YouTube?
I wouldn't be concerned about TikTok as much.
Yeah, I mean, okay. All right, sounds good. Well, I'll send you over on a raid. And I appreciate you for joining.
All right, I'll see you.
Peace out. Everybody watching, head over to Parker's stream. I gotta get off here. So I'm showing up on MSNBC in an hour, like 6 p.m. By the way, that's crazy. That's gonna be my first like mainstream legacy media appearance, which is pretty nuts. I do seriously need to go research what I want to talk about. So they gave me like 4 like hyper niche subjects that they want my like opinion on to talk about, and I don't know anything about any of them. So I'm gonna go spend I have like 30 minutes to just like fully inform myself on all of the nuance, all of the intricacies of like these 4 hyper niche subjects. So I'm gonna go do that now. I love y'all. MSNBC, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be there. Somebody says, bad luck, Dean. I hope you embarrass yourself. Bro, come on. Dude, I feel like I got it. I feel like I got the whole public speaking thing down.